Have you ever wondered what really happens inside your cat when you feed them wet food every single day? Most owners think it's just a tasty meal. But behind that soft texture and rich smell, your cat's body and mind are changing in ways you probably never noticed. Some of those changes are surprisingly good. And a few might even shock you. By the end of this video, you might start looking at your cat's food bowl very differently. Number 1, your cat feels more satisfied than you realize. When you feed your cat wet food daily, something fascinating happens deep inside their brain, something tied directly to their wild ancestors. In nature, cats eat prey that contains around 70% water, and wet food closely matches that natural structure. So when your cat eats wet food, their brain releases signals that say, "This feels like real prey." That peaceful moment when your cat finishes eating and quietly sits nearby isn't just fullness, it's emotional satisfaction rooted in survival instincts. Scientists have found that cats feel calmer when their meals resemble natural prey, which explains why some cats seem less restless after eating wet food. But here's the curious part. If your cat suddenly becomes calmer after meals, it might not be their personality changing. It could be their instincts finally feeling fulfilled. Number 2, their body stays hydrated. Many cat owners worry when their cat hardly drinks water, but what most people don't realize is that cats were designed to survive in dry, desert-like environments. Their ancestors survived by getting water from prey rather than from rivers or puddles. That means your cat's thirst drive is naturally weak, even when their body needs hydration. Wet food quietly solves this hidden problem because it contains a high percentage of moisture, allowing your cat to hydrate without drinking much water at all. Over time, this daily hydration supports kidney function, urinary health, and overall comfort. But here's something that makes this even more interesting. Some health problems caused by dehydration don't show visible signs for years. So the small act of feeding wet food today might be preventing hidden health struggles that would otherwise appear much later in your cat's life. Number 3, your cat's coat might become softer and shinier. Have you ever noticed that cats eating wet food regularly sometimes develop shinier, smoother coats? That's not just a cosmetic change, it's a biological signal. Wet food often contains higher quality proteins and essential fats, which support skin health and strengthen hair follicles. In the wild, a glossy coat means strength, survival, and readiness to hunt. When your cat's body receives enough hydration and nutrients, it channels those resources into maintaining their fur. So, when you run your fingers through your cat's coat and feel softness, it's more than comfort. It's evidence that their internal systems are working efficiently. And here's something many owners miss. Sometimes a dull coat isn't just aging, it can be your cat quietly telling you they need better hydration or nutrition. Number 4, their hunting instincts stay more active. Wet food doesn't just feed your cat, it stimulates their senses. The strong smell of wet food mimics the scent of fresh prey, triggering instinctive hunting responses in the brain. That's why some cats become more vocal, alert, or excited just moments before mealtime. Their pupils widen, their tail flicks slightly, and they watch you closely as you prepare their food. To you, it might look like simple hunger, but inside their mind, it feels like the anticipation of a hunt. Scientists believe this sensory stimulation keeps a cat's brain active and engaged, especially in indoor cats who don't hunt real prey. But here's the curiosity gap. If your cat suddenly runs toward the kitchen, when they hear the sound of a can opening, it's not just habit. It's an ancient survival instinct waking up every single day. Number 5, their weight might change in unexpected ways. Many people assume wet food automatically leads to weight gain, but the reality is often the opposite. Wet food contains a significant amount of water, which reduces calorie density compared to dry food. This means your cat can eat a satisfying portion without consuming excessive calories. That feeling of fullness helps prevent constant begging or overeating later in the day. However, the surprising detail is that portion control still matters greatly. Even healthy wet food can lead to weight gain if given in unlimited amounts. What makes this fascinating is that your cat's body responds not only to calories, but also to how satisfied they feel after eating. A cat who feels truly satisfied is less likely to wander around looking for snacks or meowing for extra food hours later. Number 6, your cat. may feel more emotionally secure around you. Inside your cat's body, digestion is a delicate process that depends heavily on moisture. Dry food requires extra water from the body to break down properly, while wet food already contains the moisture needed for smooth digestion. This means food moves more easily through the digestive system, reducing strain on the stomach and intestines. Some owners notice fewer stomach issues or more consistent litter box habits after switching to daily wet food. But here's the subtle truth. Most digestive improvements happen quietly. You may not notice dramatic changes overnight, yet your cat feels the difference internally. That quiet comfort inside their body is something they experience every day, even if you never see it directly. Number 7, your cat may become more emotionally attached to you. Food isn't just fuel for cats, it's emotional communication. In the wild, the provider of food becomes the center of safety and survival. When you feed wet food daily, especially at consistent times, your cat begins associating you with comfort and security. That rich smell and satisfying texture make feeding time feel like a reward, strengthening trust between you and your cat. Over time, this trust shows up in subtle behaviors, following you into rooms, sitting near you, or gently rubbing against your legs. Those affectionate gestures aren't random. They're emotional responses built from repeated positive experiences. And here's something worth thinking about. Every meal you serve becomes a message your cat understands without words. You are safe here. Number 8, their kidneys and urinary system may stay healthier over time. One of the most powerful hidden effects of feeding wet food daily involves kidney and urinary health. Cats naturally produce concentrated urine because they evolved to conserve water, but this can sometimes lead to urinary problems if hydration is low. Wet food helps dilute urine, reducing strain on the kidneys and lowering the risk of certain urinary issues. What makes this particularly important is that kidney problems in cats often develop slowly and silently. By the time visible symptoms appear, damage may already be advanced, so the daily choice to feed wet food may be acting like a silent protector, supporting organs that work tirelessly without ever asking for attention. Number 9, your cat might age more comfortably than others. As cats grow older, their bodies become more sensitive to dehydration, dental issues, and digestion problems. Wet food naturally supports aging cats because it's easier to chew, swallow, and digest. The moisture content helps reduce stress on internal organs, allowing them to function more smoothly over time. Many older cats who eat wet food regularly maintain better energy levels and comfort compared to those who rely solely on dry food. But here's the emotional side of this. Every healthy year your cat gains is shaped by the small choices you make today. The food you serve now could quietly determine how active and comfortable your cat feels years from now. The bowl that builds trust and love. At the end of the day, feeding your cat wet food every day isn't just about nutrition. It's about care, trust, and connection. Every time you place that bowl in front of them, you're giving more than food. You're giving comfort, hydration, and a sense of security that echoes deep within their instincts. Your cat may never speak your language, but they communicate through purrs, slow blinks, and the way they curl beside you when they feel safe. Those small moments of closeness are built on routines they trust, especially the meals you provide. So, the next time you open a can of wet food and see your cat rush toward you with eager eyes, remember, to them, that simple meal isn't just food. It's proof that someone they trust is always there to care for them.